just massage it into my face like I'm having like a spa day and I'm getting my facial, you know. This is like what I like to pamper myself, and we stand. Well, hello peoples of the internet, my name is Kevin and welcome back to another reading vlog. Okay guys, so for today's reading vlog, I'm kind of just doing a general reading vlog, like it's nothing specific. I just wanted to do one that was a bit more fun and a bit more chill and not as intense with reading and not sharing so much spoilers. I just wanted a more chill reading vlog, so that's what this one is going to be. And in this reading vlog, I do have 2 books. Why do I always do this? Honestly, how many times have I done this in videos where I'm saying I have 2 books I want to read when that is 4? Why? It's so annoying. Why do I always do that? Anyways, I have 2 books that I really want to read in this reading vlog, and they're books that I'm really excited to read. One I kind of need to read because there's a book coming out that I'm dying to read and I need to read it before I read that one, so I have to get that done. The first one is A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J Maas. Now this is a bind-up novella type book that goes with the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, and it's the book you read after the 3rd book, A Court of Rings and Ruin, and it's kind of just a novella. Like, it's not really anything major to add to the plot or anything like that. There's no real plot line to it, I believe. It's really just like bonus content for fans of the books and stuff like that. But I have heard that the last chapter or so in here is kind of important going into the new book that's coming out by Sarah J Maas, which is A Court of Silver Flames, which is book 4 in the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, so I'm very excited to read that one. It is a book I'm highly anticipating and it comes out next week, so I really need to get this one read before then because I need to read that the minute it comes out. So that's the first one that I want to read, and then the other one I want to read only came out in January, and that is Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. This is the prequel to The Hate U Give, and it follows the main character in The Hate U Give's father when he was a younger teen boy. And I'm really looking forward to reading this one because, of course, when I read The Hate U Give, I loved it so much. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. And I also just really enjoy Angie Thomas's writing because I also loved her other book, On the Come Up. I think I'd get that 5 out of 5 stars also. I loved both of them so much, and so I've been highly anticipating a new book by her, so I cannot wait to read this one. And like I said, it only came out in January, I believe. January 12th is when it came out, and my pre-order of it only came in recently, so I am dying to read it. So I'm hoping to get this one finished also in this vlog. But yeah, they're the 2 books I'm going to be oh my god, I did not realize how much I love the spine of Concrete Rose. Wow, so pretty. I love it. But yeah, like I said, this is gonna be a very chill reading vlog, and hopefully I will get through these. This vlog is also not gonna have any spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled for either of these books, don't worry, I'm not gonna be sharing any spoilers, so we're all good. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go start reading A Court of Frost and Starlight because, as I said, this is a priority because I need to read it before A Court of Silver Flames comes out. Okay guys, so I've just taken a quick little break from reading because I just got a package, and it's basically going to be bookmarks that I ordered from this Etsy shop, and I just wanted to unbox it and like show you guys. And by the way, the name of the Etsy shop where I got these from is Spirant's Treasures. I'm probably not saying that right, but I'll include the name on screen because when I saw this Etsy shop and I saw the bookmarks, they were so stunning. They do like Disney, Marvel, and like Star Wars bookmarks, and I got 3 Disney related ones, and I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna order more of them because I literally want to get so many of them because they're just so pretty. So this also is not sponsored, by the way, at all. This is just something I saw myself and I wanted to buy them. I believe the offer that person had on their Etsy shop was like 3 for 2, so I did that, and then you just like tell them which 3 that you want, and I actually don't even remember which 3 I got. I know 2 of them, but I can't remember what the 3rd one I picked was. I don't know why I can't remember. Oh, no, I know exactly which 3 I got. Never mind. Okay. Oh my god, they're so stunning! These are such... I'm going to show you close-ups of them because I just want you guys to see them properly. They're also really big bookmarks. So the first one that I got was The Lion King. Look how stunning that is! Oh my god. So of course you have Simba down at the bottom and then Mufasa up in the sky. And then on the back of it, it has obviously Pride Rock, and it says remember who you are on the back of it. And if you don't know, The Lion King is my all-time favorite Disney movie. So of course when I saw this one, I was like, if I'm going to start collecting Disney bookmarks, I have to start with The Lion King because it's my favorite Disney movie of all time. And the next one that I got, which is another favorite of mine in Disney, is Winnie the Pooh. So this is also so pretty. So we have Eeyore and Winnie up at the top, and then we have Tigger and Piglet down at the bottom. And then on the back of it, it says, any day spent with you is my favorite day. It's just so cute. It's such a stunning bookmark. Like, oh my god. And then the final one that I got is one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. That's a live action one because this isn't animated. Literally my favorite Disney movie of all time, and that is Hocus Pocus. I love Hocus Pocus so much. I watch it every single year around Halloween. Literally an all-time favorite, and I'm so excited for the fact that they're doing a sequel on Disney Plus, and I cannot wait for it. So of course we've got the three iconic Sanderson sisters. We've got Mary, Winnie, and Sarah, and I just love this so much. And then on the back of it, it's just the black flame candle, and it says, "I put a spell on you." I love these so much. Literally such stunning bookmarks. Highly recommend. Once again, this is not sponsored, but I'll leave a link to the Etsy shop down below in the description so you guys can go check them out for yourself, because these are amazing bookmarks. Literally so amazing. I love them so much. I love that they have the quotes from the movies on the back, and then like the stained glass window design on the front. So stunning. Okay guys, so it is later in the day. As you can tell, I have gotten into bed and I haven't updated anything on my reading, but I have gotten up to page 142 of A Court of Frost and Starlight, and so far I'm enjoying it and I'm liking it more because I actually don't think I said this, but I have started this before. I think I started it like when it first came out and I just wasn't in the mood for it. Like, it's a novella, like there's no real plot to it or anything. It's mainly just for the characters and like extra content for the fans. At the time when I was reading it, I just really wasn't in the mood for that kind of thing. But now that I've had such a long time away from all of these characters, I'm really enjoying it. It's obviously nothing amazing. Like, I'm probably going to rate it 3 stars, but I'm just enjoying being back with the characters, like just catching up with them, seeing how they're all doing, being reunited with my love of my life, Rhysand. We stan. I just realized that rhymed. I'm such a poet. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying it. I think it's definitely just a book that's for the fans and all that kind of stuff. It's probably not one that's really necessary to read before A Court of Silver Flames, but I just had to read it because it would bother me if I didn't read it before I read that one. So I was like, I have to do it. I have to. And just in case you're wondering, I don't think I mentioned it, but I am going to be doing a spoiler-filled reading vlog for A Court of Silver Flames when my copy arrives, so look out for that. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about the book because I'm not doing any spoilers or anything. I will definitely get this finished tomorrow because, like I said, I literally have like 80 pages. Wait, I'm on page 142. I have 6, no. That's bad math. No, it's like 80 pages left. So I will definitely get that done tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to go to bed. Oh, also, I'm going to redecorate my bookshelves tomorrow. I have these new lights that I want to put on them. And it's going to like just light it up. Because I saw on TikTok or Book Talk recently, a lot of people with like their bookshelves and they had like fairy lights on them. And then of course, if you go on TikTok at all lately, people have the LED lights all around their, like the ceilings of their bedrooms and stuff. Finally, I've caved and I've gotten lights like that, and I'm just gonna put them all on my bookshelves and just make it look so pretty. So then tomorrow when I'm in bed reading, this is gonna look so pretty behind me. I will of course vlog the experience of me doing that, but I'm so excited because it's gonna look so pretty. Okay guys, so it is the next morning and I just finished reading A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J Maas, and I think I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 stars. I definitely really enjoyed it, and it's definitely one of those books that's for the fans of the series. So if you are a huge fan of this series and you just want more content from the characters, then I definitely would suggest you read this because you just kind of get some insight as to what they're up to ever since the end of Aqua War and just stuff like that. And I really enjoyed it, and I would definitely recommend reading it for anyone who is a diehard fan. Do I think you need to read this before you read the new book, A Court of Silver Flames? No, I do not think you need to, but I would recommend you do it if you are a fan. Like if you're someone who really loves the series, then I would say do it just because if that's the order it was published. So it might just be worth your while just reading it. But if you don't want to and you just want to dive straight into the new book, you definitely could just go ahead and read it and then read this one later. But yeah, definitely 4 out of 5 stars. I loved being reunited with all the characters, catching up on everyone, seeing what they're up to, and seeing like how they're planning up for their future and how they're going to go about their lives now. Especially with Farah, you kind of find out something about what she's doing and like how she has like a job now at the end of it. And I'm trying not to be spoilerish, but if you've read the book, you know what I'm talking about when I'm saying her getting a job. And it was just amazing. I really enjoyed it and catching up on everyone, and it makes me so excited to start the new one and just see what's gonna happen. But yeah, really enjoyed it. 4 out of 5 stars. Definitely nothing amazing, so I couldn't give it 5 stars because there really isn't a plot. It's very just character driven and just for the fans. But still very much enjoyed it because I am one of those die-hard fans, so I really liked it. Now that I have that done, it's time to start reading Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. And this was actually picked by my patrons to read this one because I put up a poll because I had this and You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson as the 2 options for books I wanted to read. But my Patreons picked this one to read and I'm very much looking forward to it. And like always, my Patreon is always linked down below. If you're looking for extra content from me, you can find it there. But yeah, I'm just really looking forward to reading this. Her books are just so powerful and they always really captivate me when I read them, and so I know this is hopefully going to be just like her other 2 books. But also before I do that, I'm actually going to put the lights on my bookshelf like I suggested. It looks so dark right now, but yeah, I'm planning on doing that. I'm so excited to see how that looks when I have it all done. Also, just before I film this, I just wanted to show you guys the lights that I'm using. So there are these Fairy Light Simplify Your Life ones, but they basically look like this. So like very thin wire, very small light. Then it just like comes in this thing, and it has like several different options for how you want them to look. Like they can flash or they can like slowly fade in and out. It also comes with a little remote so you can turn it off, and like you can control which of the modes it's on. There's also a timer, and then you can dim it as well, because then I can just keep that right beside where I have my lamp for reading and just keep it beside it. Turn the lights on and off when I'm going to bed. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they're gonna look like. I think my dad's gonna help me do it, and yes, hopefully they're gonna look very pretty. Okay, so we did the lights and we came through a couple of complications because I didn't have enough to cover each shelf going across and stuff, but we managed to do all of this one perfectly fine. It's just that shelf there, those shelves going like that way don't have lights on them, so I'm gonna buy another set to do. But I'm gonna wait till it's a bit darker and I'll show you guys how they look, because I'm really happy with how they turned out and it looks really pretty. But once it is fully dark outside, I will show you guys the lights and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so it's later in the night and it's much darker now, so I'm gonna show you what the bookshelves look like. Let's go turn off the light. So this is what it now looks like. As I said, like we're here, you can see the lights going across each of the shelves. I ran out of lights, so we didn't get to do there, and there. And here, here, here. But I'm hoping to buy another set just to finish that all off, and maybe even have a set run across these bookshelves here. But for now, I'm very happy with how they look. I think it looks really cute and I'm happy. Okay guys, so it's much later in the day and I'm just getting ready to get into bed and do some more reading. But I wanted to do an updated skincare routine because a couple of you guys have commented saying that you've noticed a difference in my skin ever since I talked about it in a video back in September, I believe I talked about it. And I was talking about like how I was going through these difficulties with my skin, and I was really like having really bad skin and like breaking out a lot. And since then, I think maybe if you've seen that video, you might notice that there is a difference in my skin, and that's because I've simplified my skincare routine and I found out products that really work for me, and I also found out my skin type, which I think is really important. So I would highly recommend you find that out if you don't already know, because for the longest time I was convinced I had dry skin because I suffer with eczema and stuff on my hands, and so I assumed that would translate to my face. Does not do that. That's not how it works, because on my face is more normal to oily skin. It's kind of like combination as well. So I've like figured out my new routine and like adapted to me having oily skin, which I never thought I had originally. And ever since doing that, I've noticed a big difference. So if you have like products and stuff and it's not working for you, I would highly recommend make sure you find out what your skin type is, because you might think you're a certain type, but you could be wrong. And that could be a big reason why things are not working for you, because that's, from my experience, what happened to me. I'm obviously not a dermatologist or anything, so don't take my word for it. Obviously, if you can go to a dermatologist and find out everything like that yourself, that would be amazing. But I just figured out myself that I had oily skin, not dry skin. So basically my new routine is very, very simple. I only have like 3 steps for my nighttime routine. It's just a cleanser, a serum and moisturizer. That's all I do for my skin at nighttime. Obviously this is not sponsored if by any of these products I show. It's not sponsored. I've not been paid to show these. These are just the ones that have worked for me and maybe it will work for you too. So the first thing I always do before I do my skincare routine is I wash my hands because I'm not about to touch my face and clean my face with dirty hands. And then I usually go in and wet my face before I do my cleanser, and I'll show you my cleanser first. So the cleanser I've been using is the CeraVe foaming cleanser for normal to oily skin, and this is the one I've been using ever since back when my skin problems weren't working for me. I switched to this one because if you remember I was using the other version and that's for normal to dry skin, and I switched to the oily one because I was figured out that I must be an oily skin. And ever since I've switched to this one, major improvements. I just massage it into my face like I'm having like a spa day and I'm getting my facial, you know. This is like what I like to pamper myself, and we stand. So then my next step that I do after my cleanser is I use my serum. So the one I use is from The Ordinary, and it is the niacinamide 10% and zinc 1% serum. And I usually put this on every single night, and sometimes I'll do it in the morning as well, but I don't always do it in the morning. Basically what I do is I just take 2 drops of that, put it into my hand, rub it in just slightly, and then pat it onto the areas where I tend to break out and get blackheads, which for me is usually my nose area and mouth. And then once I've that all patted in, I brush my teeth because I like to let that kind of soak into my skin before I put on my moisturizer. So I've brushed my teeth and now I usually go in and moisturize my skin. So what I use is the CeraVe moisturizing cream, and I have like a really big tub of it because me and my mom both use it. So this is what I use. I just do a couple little dollops around my face and just wipe that in and I should be good to go. So yeah, that's it for my updated skincare routine, and now I'm time to go to bed and get some more reading done of Concrete Rose because I've already read the first chapter and I'm really liking it so far. So hope to read a lot more when I get into bed. Okay guys, so it's much later and I'm in bed and I have been reading more of Concrete Rose and I've gotten up to page 70 so far and I am already loving this so much. Literally every time I start an Angie Thomas book I get so invested so quickly and I just like don't even realize how much I'm reading so fast, and that's already the case with this book and I'm just really enjoying it, especially because this is a prequel to The Hate You Give. So the main character in this one is the main character's dad in The Hate You Give. So you're kind of finding out like loads of things about his past that you kind of hear about in The Hate You Give, like it's briefly talked about and stuff like that, but now you're getting to like actually experience it all through his eyes. And I'm really liking like all of the connections to The Hate You Give because I've already read it, like, so I'm picking up on things and I'm really liking that. And also Maverick already as a character, I'm really enjoying reading from his perspective and seeing how he is dealing with all of these different things that's going on in his life, and especially the main one, which is not a spoiler for me to say because it's in the synopsis, is like him becoming a dad and dealing with becoming a father to like a 3-month-old. It's so cute because of course if we've read The Hate You Give, we know what that child grows up to be, and I just love it. Like those connections I'm just really enjoying. And yeah, just so far I'm really liking it, especially if you've already read The Hate You Give, then I would highly recommend that you pick this one up because it gives you more backstory to Maverick as a character, and I think it's just a great little book to read, especially if you are a fan of The Hate You Give. Also, can we just look at how the lights look behind me? I'm so obsessed. I literally love them so much. It's so pretty. Okay guys, so it's the next day and it's like 5 o'clock and I've basically been reading all day and I just haven't vlogged, but I managed to finish Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. And I'm going to be giving this book a 4 out of 5 stars, possibly 4.5 out of 5 stars, because once again, Angie Thomas has just wrote another amazing book that I just loved and really enjoyed. And especially because, as I already said before, I've read The Hate You Give and I really liked The Hate You Give. So I really liked the characters already, and as I said, this is a prequel to that series, so you follow some of the characters that are older in The Hate You Give now as a teen in this one, and I just really enjoyed reading from that perspective. And the main theme that I get from this book is family and how you have to adapt to becoming a father and dealing with being a teen dad and raising a family, and what you have to do to provide for your family and to do what you've got to do for your family and your loved ones. And I just really enjoyed this book. I think if you're an Angie Thomas fan and you've liked her previous books, highly recommend that you pick this one up as well because it is so good. Obviously, I would recommend that you read The Hate You Give before you read this one because I think you'll just get the best reading experience if you read it that way. And it was just so nice as well because in here you kind of get so many different links to The Hate You Give and like little Easter eggs that you pick up on because you've read The Hate You Give. But it's just like little things you might not have wanted to be explained and it's just explained. Like even just the names of the kids in The Hate You Give and like how they named those kids. Like those little things, like I just loved reading about that. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. So 4 out of 5 stars and I would highly recommend it. So yeah, I think I'm going to end the vlog here and I'm very happy because I did manage to read both of the books that I set out for this reading vlog. So I'm very happy about that. And I'm really in the reading mood now. I feel like both of these books have really helped me get out of my reading slump. So we absolutely love that for me because reading slumps are not fun. So I'm very glad to see the end of that. But before I end the video, I just want to try something really quick. And I think this is so funny and just so fun. And I live for it. So you may have seen already that people sometimes say at the end of their videos, like to comment a certain emoji into the comments. I don't want to necessarily do that. I really want, if you've made it to this part of the video, comment down below in the comments the percentage your phone battery, laptop battery, or whatever you're watching this video on, what is the percentage of your device right now? I really want to know that, and I think it would be so funny for anyone that clicks into this video and goes to the comments and they just see people commenting like 90% battery or something. I just think that'd be really funny. I saw it on TikTok and people were like asking in the comments, oh, what percentage is your phone on? And I was like, oh my god, I think this is so funny and I want to do it in a YouTube video. So if you've made it to this part of the video, please comment down below what percentage your phone is on, your laptop is on, whatever your device you're watching this on. Let me know down below in the comments. If you're watching on a TV or something, just say 100%. And yeah, I don't know why I want to do that, but I just really want to do it. So yeah, that is going to be it for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this more slick back reading vlog, and I shall see you all next time in my next video. So goodbye guys.